Yes, thank you for staying tuned. Sorry for the break in transmission. We sincerely apologize for that. So quickly, we're still looking at the stories that we have in the Punch newspaper, and this is the third story from the Punch newspaper, and it says ICPC grills Agric Ministry officials over massive fraud. About 5 senior officials in the Department of Farm Input Support Service of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development were arrested by operatives of the Independent Corrupt Practice and other related offenses commissioned over alleged division of funds. They were said to have been arrested around 9 a.m. on Thursday in a sting operation which lasted for about 1 hour in their office at the 5th floor Bank of Agriculture building, Central Business District in Garki, Abuja. So this is the story that we have in the Punch newspaper. So quickly, I'll start with Engineer Ola. What's your take on this?
Well, like I have said before, I always say it, that all the ministries need to be overhauled greatly. There are lots of insincerity in all the ministries. We are not talking about Ministry of Agric. You know, this fraud problem has started long time ago, and nothing has been done about it. Because normally in Nigeria, most of the offices, especially the ministry, all the departments under the ministry. I'll give an example. There was a time I went to Osun State and I went to Ministry of Water Resources in Osun State. You will not believe that there, if you want to buy bread, you want to buy tea, sugar, they are selling. And that's supposed to be a ministry where people they will leave their home and say, I'm going to the office. They sell Gary, they sell Bonfita, they sell Milo, they sell everything in the ministry. They don't do anything. By 2 o'clock, they go to their home. Done. And they always, you know, there's always a budget allocated to each ministry every year from the federal government of Nigeria. What do they do there? So I think if the new government that is in power now should try and overhaul all the ministries so that all the bad eggs in the ministry will be flushed out. We have young Nigerians who are out of school, who are out of university, that are really looking for a job. So people that are
trained for this field,
and who are trained for this field, people that are redundant in all the ministry
should be moved out.
Should be moved out, and let new breed come into the picture. Maybe we'll be able to salvage the Nigerian economy.
Dapo, what's your take?
You see, what I would also add, according to what Engineer Ola mentioned, includes diversion of funds. These are the key statements used by the ICPC as the crime of the people who perpetrated this evil. And the baseline is corruption. Excuse me. So, I think they have done well. Everyone arrested them. It was said that one of them, the director, has been released on the ground of health. Why is it that the question I want to ask is, why is it that anytime somebody is found guilty of a certain offense, it is then they have health issues and they easily fall sick the moment there is an arrest, there is a detention over a crime you committed? It's at that point that their lawyers start coming about, you know, with all these health report and saying, his leg is paining him, his eyes is paining him, please release him. Someone that was siphoning national money. This is a ministry for crying out loud. These directors like this, if you check the money is earning, they are the big bosses. These are the big boys in industry, in ministry for that matter. So it's not as if they are not paid well. This must be level 14 or something. Engineer Ola, am I on track, sir? Level what will this director be now? This one in the ministry. Diverting fund, and it will be in billions. Because anytime you're talking about military, you're talking about billions. So those kind of people, they should be, I don't know, there should be a special court for them. So that there won't be any need for any detention. They investigate you under 24 hours. Immediately after 24 hours, there's no need for your doctor to
They detain them immediately.
They persecute you straight to Kirikiri or wherever your final address will be. Nonsense. A director, head grounds. What else? He can't be well with them. Oh. Even if the doctor treats him, he will not be well with him. That's the fact now.
Because this is
money that is meant for everybody. And if you see the rate at which the agri department is suffering in this country, those farmers, they are seeing hell.
Yes.
Insecurity have showed them
especially the laborers.
They are supposed to be the saving grace for them. The ministry ought to hate the manufacturers, those are make purchases from the agri ministry and all, agri field and all, but here we have directors siphoning and diverting funds. You're not saying you have health issues.
And at this
May God
point,
deliver this country.
We really pray that and hope that the president or the government will look into this and make sure that those who are guilty would be brought to book, and that would be done immediately. So we'll look at the next story that we have, and this says Sheibu manipulated youth council poll for selfish reasons, says Obaseki. There seems to be no end in sight in the conflict between Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki and his deputy Philip Sheibu, as the governor over the weekend accused the deputy of manipulating the election of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Edo State chapter, to install an executive council to advance his alleged selfish ambition of becoming.
You can contest. You are not the electorate, so why
bother about
making accusations that he had inflated numbers of the youths? What do we have? This story for me is out of mediocrity. It's unpatriotic, because he wouldn't have said this if he was doing boy. You get, this must be as a result of some things you wanted him to do, or that he is not dancing to his tune. And what do you want him to do? The deputy is an independent office on his own. Be the deputy governor. You are the governor. It's not taking your money. It's not taking your right. It's not appointing chiefs. It's not appointing commissioners. But he's saying now, I have an ambition. You already noticed that. But because what I see is that Obaseki already had the candidate in mind. So, looking at the direction of the deputy, I've been tending towards, nominating someone who is like, what does this guy think he is? I'm still the governor. But you are the governor of a state, not the governor of the entire people of the country. At the moment, you are the governor. But beyond the time limit of your second term, you are gone. You are gone. So let whoever is interested show interest. Even if your son come out to say, Daddy, I want to contest, let them come out.
It's a choice.
If the clerk in their National Assembly desires to be the governor, let them come out and declare that he's interested in becoming a governor. Don't say, you that you have been carrying the file all the way. What do you mean? Look, for instance, in Rivers, there's a wicked use his accountant. The accountant general of the state is the one that they nominated for that emerged now as the governor of the state. That's what it should be. A citizen should be able to come out and declare his ambition to rule.
Let the people decide. Okay, over to you.
I'm in support of what Dapo is saying. Truly, Godwin Obaseki, you have served your term. You are about to leave. And your deputy, if he's interested, I think you should support, except there's a rift between them, which we don't understand. And this is why I do not support these politicians. You have ruled for 8 years. Leave. If you think you have done the best you can offer to the people, let the people judge
decide.
You. They have to decide. If you are okay, they will support whomsoever you nominate. But if they want to go with the vice, this is exactly what happened when you became the governor. The same thing the people are saying that, you impose somebody on them for the youth, the NYC in Edo State. You impose somebody on them. There were lots of arguments and lots of controversy. After you have done that, now you are leaving again. You want to impose on them. You are now saying that your deputies is imposing somebody on them. It should not be. You have done the best you can do. So you leave the stage and let another person, let the people decide who is
they
suitable
want
for them.
Thank you so much. Okay, so we'll look at another story before we go on a break. The next story says attacks on Ganduje costs Kwankwaso ministerial slot, says APC spokesman. The ruling All Progressive Congress has stated that persistent attack on the legacy of the party's national chairman, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje in Kano State, may have cost the presidential candidate of a new Nigeria People's Party, Senator Rubai Kwankwaso, a position in the cabinet of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Prior to the unveiling of Tinubu's ministerial nominees, there were suggestions that Kwankwaso might get a position in Tinubu's government, given the fraternity between the do after the presidential election. However, Kwankwaso did not make the list of Tinubu's ministerial nominees, while a former governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, of the opposition People's Democratic Party, got the slot. So, quickly, let me come to you, Dapo. What's your take on this story?
You see, the ministerial nominees are products of consensus. To the best of my knowledge, I know that it is APC that has the power to say who becomes who. And when a president emerges as a result of an election, that president, or being a party member, becomes the national leader of that party. When Buhari was the president, he was referred to as the leader of APC. At the moment, we have President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the president, then as a leader of the APC. With him is the national chairman. Ganduje is out. Now they have, I can't remember now, the name of the new chair. Now Tinubu has nominated quite a number of lists, and he didn't include Kwankwaso. The reason why he didn't include Kwankwaso is best known to him. If he had nominated Nyesom Wike of PDP, it's glaring. The whole world knows that Wike boldly declared his support for Tinubu. You get? He came out to say, people of Rivers are voting for APC despite being PDP member. Party, yeah. Oh, of course they said that's anti-party, that's whatever. That's best known to the party people. Whatever decision they like to take. But the facts are here before us. Tinubu got the votes of the Rivers people, so he is compensating whoever has worked for him there with a ministerial position, and that is Nyesom Wike. So if Kwankwaso failed to deliver, he didn't give him Kano. You get? APC didn't win in Kano. Kwankwaso won that state because it's NNPP state. So why are you now agitating that they should give him ministerial list? If he gives Kwankwaso, then he should also give Showore, he should give Obi, he should give as many as possible. Since ministerial list is now for compensation. They don't even make this interesting anymore. You see, this story is nonsense.
Engineer.
Well, that is the game of the politicians. You see again. It is not for me. It's against me. That's the game they are playing. They are playing now. Kwankwaso and his other partner.
Yes, thank you for staying tuned and welcome back from that quick break. It's still your newspaper review on Cactv. So we'll look at the stories that we have on Tribune newspaper. And this says Niger junta bows to pressure, demands meeting with ECOWAS. After weeks of resisting diplomatic venture, overture from United Nations, African Union, Economic Community of West African States, and the United States, the junta in Niger Republic has finally agreed to talks with the ECOWAS to resolve the political crisis in the Sahel country. The position signal from the military leaders followed a meeting with a group of Nigerian Islamic cleric in Niamey on Saturday. And so this is still the story that we have, first story that we have on Tribune newspaper. So I'll start with you, Engineer Ola.
Well, let's say we thank God that at last they want to talk. You know, I don't understand what is really happening in Niger. There are lots of fundamental issues we don't really get right. Absalam Abaka, a former general in Nigeria Army, went there and was not given audience at all. They didn't even talk to him. The Americans too, they sent Deputy Secretary of State. They did not offer her anything to talk about. People have been trying to mediate and they have been rebuffing them. Now, Nigerian Islamic ulamas or their fans who belongs to a sect known as the Tijaniya went there and they were given audience and they say now we want to talk. 2 hours after that, the juntas now came out to say that we were going to prosecute the former president. I don't understand the game. I don't know why we are punishing, let me see, poor people. There are lots of poor people in Niger who are suffering now. There's no electricity in Niger because of this coup d'etat. There's no electricity in Niger. People are suffering. There are lots of goods stranded at the border. They cannot go into Niger. Some cannot go into Nigeria. You know, people are being affected because of your decision. Now you want to talk, and at the same time you are still holding this man as hostage. You are holding him as a criminal of war. You understand now? You don't want to leave the man. You are holding on to the man without food, without other social amenities. Now they want to talk. And it's only that these people want to turn the Niger to a battleground. The Italians are there with their military men. Germans are there. France is there. Americans are there. The Russians are there. The Wagner warriors are there. Making about 5 warriors. And if you turn Niger into a battleground, what will be the gain of Nigerian people? What is going to be the consequential effect to Nigerian economy? You know, I don't understand what game we are
For staying tuned. So still on the Niger junta bows to pressure. So let me come to you, Dapo. What's your take?
Well, I will support Inginola on his view on the junta, the Niger junta bows.
You support the motion?
Yeah. and to further buttress what he said, because in my view, leadership is all about law and order. And any leader that is short of that is just a rubber stamp. Take for instance, when the Boko Haram issue came in early reign of Jonathan, I remember then that this is a senator from Kaduna, Senator Shehu Sani, made an arrangement with the retired President Obasanjo, being a general, and he said he would have considered, you know, reaching out to the Boko Haram, going with General Gowon, but he felt they wouldn't listen to him. They might even kill him. If he goes with Babangida, they wouldn't listen to him. So there are statesmen. There are people that has that has had that international reputation, that when they sit to address people, they tend to listen to them. Why? Because of their influence. There are national, there are global assets. They are beyond your states now.
Exactly.
Take for instance, when Obasanjo came into power, then that he paid all the international debts against the predictions that Nigeria cannot pay it off, you know, but he did. With that, he had shown the Western powers what he got. In these matters like this, we are not supposed to be flaunting shoulders. Abdul Salam went, they didn't honor him. Sanusi went, the former CBN governor. What did they do? They listened to him. So I'm not saying that it has to be Obasanjo. I'm just saying that there are people of influence who can influence, you know, resolution into peace. Now, if President Tinubu would look inward and look for people who are peers of these military, these coup juntas or whatever, and strike a meeting with them, I tell you, they will have these issues solved amicably. There won't be reason to fire a shot in the air to resolve this matter. What we need to do is look at appropriate quarters, measures, men and women of substance that the Nigerian people will see and say, I think I know this face. I think this is my brother. And with that, you have a peace. You don't say the dog to a lion. It's going to come back beating.
That's if he comes back alive.
Yeah, I'm just cited as an, you know, as an example. I'm not saying that they would, of course, they didn't do anything to Abdul Salam. He's a general, of course. But Sanusi is not even a military man. He was a former emir and perhaps the former CBN governor. But they listened to him and they took his report to the president. So whatever report he has given to the president should take it up from there and send him back, possibly, to them. Or renegotiate, rearrange some other statesmen and see if they can look into the matter. But that there's not a solution is a lie. There is a solution to this, and it is human connection.
Okay, thank you for that wonderful contribution. So let's look at the story that we have on the Sun newspaper. And this says, Akpabio Abbas dragged to court over alleged 110 billion naira on bulletproof cars. Others. Socio-Economic Right and Accountability Project has filed a lawsuit against the Senate President Godwill Akpabio and Speaker of House of Representatives Tajuddin Abbas over the unlawful plan to spend 40 billion naira and 465 exotic, like when they say exotic and bulletproof cars for members and principal office officials, and 70 billion naira as palliatives for new members. So this is the story that we find in the Sun newspaper. So let me start with you, Engineer.
Okay, in the first instance, I want to talk about the cards.
Okay, why are you starting from the cards?
Yes, we have, if at all,
Probably engineer
if at all you need to buy cars for the new senators or the new members of the House of Reps, because we have old members that you already bought a car for, they're still mobile. Maybe the new senators are going to buy a car for them. Why don't you patronize made in Nigerian cars? We have assembly plants in Nigeria that you can patronize, so the economy will be, the money will be circulating in the economy instead of buying foreign cars. But that is not the case with them. That is number one. When you have your children in their house, they are suffering, they have not eaten, there is no food, and you are now asking, let's say you are asking the chairman of your neighborhood for palliatives. It's like what they are asking for now in Nigeria. The economy is bad. Nigerian civil service workers are complaining. They want increment. They want increase in salary. You are supposed to be my administrator, my administrative officer. You are supposed to be my governor or my president or my master, and I am hungry. If I'm hungry, I will run to you for help. You are now looking for money, taking as much as that amount of money as your palliative. Have you gotten any palliative from the government? No.
Not at all.
Have you gotten any palliative from the government? No. Now, but
they keep you
but the senators are now saying for their own palliative. What kind of palliative they're asking for now? Look at the huge amount of money, the salary they are earning, and yet you are asking for palliative. Would they say that the senators are not enjoying Nigerian economy? As Nigerian it is. So Senate is taking them to court, of course, but I want to know where this case will end. Maybe we are just hearing it for hearing sake. It is shouldn't be for hearing sake. And look at the huge amount of money they are spending. We elected them to serve us, and not to be.
There's your daddy. Oh, what's this? They were like, go give me 50-inch Batman. Join them. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you guys. And a towel. So thank you. Okay, just in good. Just in good, you know? It's like, we pride ourselves in bringing you flexible subscriptions with all-round entertainment. And what's even better is new subscribers get the first month for free! More flex, baby! Viva la vida! More flex!
More flex.
Now you guys make hand contact. Yay! Cheers to the good life! Can I wait? Yes. Thank you guys so much. I mean, for just 1,000 naira, you have full control of the wide range of it.
So we like to say welcome back to Breaking Transmission. Welcome back. Okay, welcome back, and sorry for that breaking transmission. So we're still looking at the story that we have on the Sun newspaper, which says Okpabio Abbas dragged to court over alleged 110 billion naira on bulletproof cars and others. You know, well, you know, when you hear the money alone is what exactly is going on, you know. And the clip I actually saw, that clip shows that these people, do they even have the heart? Do they even have what they call conscience to even put the masses in consideration if they are doing all of this?
Mudot, let's look at it from this perspective, because this person that dragged them to court will still have to go to court again and file a new one, because the 48 ministers will soon be getting theirs. I know it will be, they will be sending that to the Senate for approval or whatever, or probably to be direct pay or claim or purchase. But I think this is just for public notice. These people, they will get it. That is one.
That is if they've not gotten it already.
Number two, Engineer Lab mentioned, why are they not using Nigerian maker like Innocent Motors?
Yeah,
is there. Obi, Peter Obi used that during his administration, and it worked well. All the Obas in Anambra State during his tenure, that was what everybody used.
They used,
and it was beautiful. That is the war. That is what we should be doing. Why are they not wearing suits in the Senate? Why are they not wearing agbada? Why are they wearing their native attire? Why are they not using Nigerian cars? That is where we should start from. You see, each country cannot grow beyond where we want it to get to. We can't import sources. It has to be within. I just see it as public notice. All of this is just for public notice, not for nobody can stop them, no court can stop them. They are the courts. These ones, they own the courts. We are greeting you. all the punishment you are giving Nigerians. In this economy, somebody will come out and say 110 billion naira. And there is, it's not necessary that I have to protest against this. The entire world should protest Nigerian senators. Kill effect gone. What do you want? You say you are representing the people. Will you prove against us or against yourself? So are we not harmful?
Okay, so
I understand though. So prepare a story against these 48 upcoming bulletproof SUVs, because that is just maybe 2 weeks from now, 1 week. This week we should hear what they will be buying for them. These 48 ministers.
We'll see to that. So let's look at the next story that we have, and this says, "Don't dump El Rufai," Von DG begs Tinubu. A foundation member of the All Progressive Congress and Director General of Voice of Nigeria, Osita Okechukwu, has appealed to the President Bola Tinubu not to drop a former governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nazir El Rufai, from ministerial appointment. Tinubu had nominated El Rufai for a ministerial position, but the Senate refused to confirm his nomination, allegedly over a security report. So this is the story, the last story that we have from the Sun newspaper. So I'll start with you, Engineer Ola.
Yeah, you see, I will tread the same line with Osita Okechukwu, because when you look at Malam El Rufai, is a man of principle. Now, when he was the administrator of Abuja, that is the FCT minister, you know, he did some wonderful things that people never thought could happen. And this man is a very man that is a man that is very steadfast. Whatever he says is what he will do. But he has lots of enemies in Nigerian politics today. That's why they don't want him to become a minister. I do not know what they are talking about security. They say because of security reason, they
should tell us what security reason.
They should let us know what is happening. when you are using democracy, it is government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Why are you saying El-Rufai cannot be a minister in Nigeria? Why? You say because of security reason. What is the security reason? Is he a member of the Boko Haram, the terrorist group? You want to know, or has he invested a certain amount of money that you are hiding? You are saying security. And amongst all the other ministers, El-Rufai is better than most of them. Yeah, for what he has done in the past. Even when he was the governor of Kano State, what he said, I will not discuss with any terrorist. He said it openly, and he did not discuss with any terrorist. Same thing again when he was the minister of Abuja. Those who build their houses on illegal foundation, what did he do? He demolished the structures. You know, he's a man of one way. I see him one day to become Nigerian president. El-Rufai. I support what this man is saying. That not someone like him that you say, okay, we don't want El-Rufai because of what? Because of politics.
So I feel basically what this is actually telling us is, you know, you don't bring people don't come in to be ministers based on what they've done or based on what they have been, you know, proved to do over time, but based on merits. You've worked for me, so you have to be the next person. Okay, I know, I believe that because you've supported me over time, so let me put you there. But it is not based on what people have done. Is this supposed to be like that? I think this was supposed to be based on what you've done. You've worked for people, you've served the country, we've seen that you've served the country. So this person actually fits in for this position. So why do we have it the other way around? Is there something that can be done? What can we do to make sure that, what's your suggestion? What can we do to make sure that things don't go like this, it doesn't continue like this?
You see, there's something I want to add to it. You know, President Tinubu carefully did not attach any portfolio to these ministerial positions until after they have been interviewed and they have been picked. He will now say, oh, you go to this ministry. Maybe there's a special ministry that he wants to give to El-Rufai. That is the reason why they say, as long as we don't approve this man, he cannot be in that ministry. The same thing happened when he wanted to select security advisor. Most of them were against the appointment of the president's security advisor. That is, I've forgotten his name. They don't want him to be there, especially the service chiefs. They did not want him to use this man. They said anybody who is going to be a national security advisor must come from the military, must be an ex-general in Nigerian army. They have their reason for that. But the president does not see it that way. The same method that they are now using to attack our is to defend the constitution. That's our duty. So kudos for the Nigerian military for saying that.
Thank you so much. So Dapo.
Well, contrary to what Engineer last said, for me, Madam Nasir El-Rufai is religious bigot, because we also saw a video of him during the APC when they won the presidency, how he came up with the video. Now that they have tried a Muslim ticket, now they can. What's all that nonsense? You see, sometimes when you talk carelessly, it will bounce back. These are some of it now. For me, this is the last office he's likely to hold in the political space, because he would never hand the vote of anybody, you know, because of some of his statements. And going by his brother, sorry, I have to use the same person, Shehu Sani, Senator Shehu Sani. They are both in Kaduna. He said of him, you know, wanting President Tinubu not to make him a minister. He said, on what ground? Trust, loyalty. He said this Malam Nasser El-Rufai worked with Obasanjo, he failed him, he betrayed him. He worked with General Buhari, President Buhari, he betrayed him. That is likely to do, he will do the same to him. And if you watch at the tail end of President Buhari's administration, himself and Malam El-Rufai were like this. So what kind of person is that? So, you can be good in your feet, but you need character. Exactly. To balance up. Human relation, that's what it is called. How to relate with people, how to keep your track clean. And don't be one-sided. And this is a very religious people. Coming out a leader, a governor, with all of his intellect, will open his mouth and just say nonsense. Take for instance, this is CSA television. We have Muslims working in this organization. Muslims working in this organization. We have Muslims working on church projects, housing. That's the school. That's the way it should be. We have Muslims in their families that will come and visit it during Christmas. So what is that? That's love. But he, as a governor, that is supposed to instill peace, and he was saying nonsense, and the video went viral. For me, President Tinubu should never make him a minister. Minister for what?
Minister to continue from where he stopped. Thank you so much, viewers, for staying tuned and for joining us on our newspaper review today. It's been a fantastic moment. It's been an amazing time with you all, and to this end, we want to say thank you so much for staying tuned. And your last word for the viewers, please.
Be Nigerian,
by Nigeria.
It goes back again to the House of Reps and the senators. You have to use made in Nigerian cars. When Obasanjo was there, it was riding on 504, Peter 504. Then it was manufactured or assembled in Kaduna. So, be Nigeria. By Nigeria.
Pray for Nigeria, that God bless Nigeria. We are going through hard time. Just keep faith. Pray for Nigeria. Please lend your voice wherever you can. Just be the voice of the voiceless. God bless you.
Thank you so much for joining us. So, like I always say, show love to someone. We all need to be loved at this time. All you need to do is extend a hand of love to someone around you, and that would certainly go a long way to help one another. So, to this point, we say thank you so much for joining us. To welcome your way, same time, same station. It's bye from all of us. Thank you. That is amazing. Cactv.
Moblex.
You guys make hand contact. Yay! Cheers to the good life! Can I wait? Yes. Thank you guys so much. I mean, for just 1,000 naira, you have full control on a wide range of entertainment. Nujara package. That is amazing. Cactv.
More Blitz.